Hey everybody, and welcome back to the program. Another Manza Media and Mickey episode is finally here. And today I'm looking at my top 10 little magic moments found at Disney. I know I have them, Steph has them, you guys all have them, and I think that's the collective reason why we love Disney. All of us as a whole. Now, I was brought light to this recently by seeing a little article from the Diz that was posting something along the lines of even the littlest Disney moment and the littlest Disney memory makes the biggest footprint in your heart. That is just all too true, and it's something that I really related to. And so I figured I'd make a top 10 list of my personal top 10 magic little Disney memories and magic little moments that I have that keep my fire alive for Disney. And those are the memories that I can't get enough of and want to make more of. And I'm sure after this top 10 list, I'll be booking my next trip to Disney. Because it's just going to make me really remember all those good times. And so let's begin. Without further ado, before we begin, if you want to just like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video with a friend if you really like it. It's a little way that makes the audience even bigger. And that's a very important thing. Because you want more of these videos. And I want to give them to you. So let's keep going. At Trader Sam's Grotto, there is a drink entitled the Hippopotami Mai Tai, and this makes my number 10 experience. Steph and I made a reservation, went there one time, and of course this is even more of a drastic memory because they're closed now. And when are they open? It's a tentative date. We don't know when they're going to open it up again. So the Hippopotami Mai Tai experience was amazing because the cast member that had the little wooden hippopotamus on a string, it was like a tiny little hippopotamus, and when you order that drink, he comes out and he's bringing the hippopotamus all around the restaurant. The restaurant's probably the size of this. It's a tiny, tiny place, and it just makes for a more intimate and fun experience. That tiki bar is one of my favorites, and I've been to a few now, and that I know is not true tiki, but it still is a fun experience with great tiki mugs and a great atmosphere. I highly recommend making a reservation to Trader Sam's Grotto at Disney World and Disneyland and getting the Hippopotami Mai Tai. Number 9 is staying off property in a cozy little place. We had a nice little pink house that was like a trailer. It was like a small, tiny little trailer. But it had its little personal deck, and it was like in this little trailer park, and it was like a mobile home, and it was like so tiny but like so cozy. I just loved staying right adjacent to being on property but off property, and enjoying the Florida ambiance and that sort of kitschiness of that, because some of the people in the complex had like, you know, little kitschy things and lawn elements and lawn ornaments and all that kind of stuff that I just, of a lover of mid-century everything, you just go gaga over. You go nuts for it, and I just love that. And one of those little pastel-colored little houses, nothing like it. It was just such a relaxing time. I remember getting off the flight and just getting on that deck in the sun and passing out for a few hours. I don't know if I was jet lagged or what, but we both just had a time and we just fell asleep. I would recommend staying off property at least one time in your life. You'll love it. Just an aside, get the Twisty Treat. Get a Twisty Treat, because we don't have them here in Massachusetts, and they have them there, and it's a great place. It's so much better than Dairy Queen and all that other crap. Twisty Treat. Go. Up next, number 8 is sharing a cinnamon bun at Gasto's Tavern with my friend Paul, my brother-in-law Paul. We shared a cinnamon bun together, and that cinnamon bun, I must tell you, is like $5, and it's like this big. It's big and warm and delicious. So we cut that in half, and I'll never forget. Just, it was like in the midday, and we ordered it and got it. It's just so good. It was such a good memory. Little magic moment that I will never forget. I can think about it and I'm there eating it. It doesn't matter how many years go by, the memory sticks, and it stayed. So I love that cinnamon bun. Get the cinnamon bun. It's good. You'll remember it and love it. Number 7 is getting so close to the horse and buggy driver, and in the Magic Kingdom, right around the flag in the square, right when you walk in, I got so close to one of the horse and buggies with the horses and the clip clopping, and they were right there. I could almost touch them, and they're so well taken care of, those horses. They're impeccably clean. Social distancing may be a thing, but it wasn't in that moment with the horse. And I was like this close to seeing that horse. I was looking at his eyes. He's got the blinders on, but he's so beautiful. Not to mention, it's also fun to get a little bit of a laugh with the person coming behind them with the bucket for like droppings. And so it's just fun. The guy is like that's his job, is to trail along the horse in case he defecates in the Magic Kingdom. So that was just a good laugh and a good time, and I'll never forget it. It was such a beautiful animal and taken care of, top tier from Disney. Number 6 is arriving at the Grand Floridian via our Jeep Wrangler at the time. In 2014, we drove down, and driving down alone is an experience. But getting there, getting room service, and ordering the cardboard Disney pizza is just a memory you'll never forget, especially if it's your first time there ever, as it was for Stephanie. I had been there when I was 8 years old and barely remember it in 2000. So this time in 2014, we had a blast. We got there starving, so sick of driving, did it in one shot. Laid in our bed, got a Disney pizza. Comes in a nice little cute Disney box with all the characters. Disney pizza box just alone is like memorable and awesome. Open the pizza, it's the most cardboardy pizza you've ever had. It's worse than your lunch in high school. So if you're like me and you like pizza and you want to try a Disney pizza, we stayed at the Grand Floridian. You drive down, can't get enough of it. You just want to check in. You're sick of driving. You lay in your bed and you get that Disney pizza from room service whenever room service comes back. And that's another thing. I mean, room service alone is a great memory. And that's on this list later on. But, the Disney pizza, get it. Number 5, talking about horses again, is the Tri-Circle D Ranch. Go check that out. We checked it out when it was, I believe it was raining outside. It was pouring. And we checked it out. It was like a spot to propose to. I was going to propose to Steph in this spot. This is like ideal. You go under where the horses are. You can look at the place where they're kept, and all the Disney horses and all their Disney names. All their names are on each and every placard in every one of their stalls. And you can look at the horses, even we pet them and really got close to them. We loved them. They were beautiful animals and taken care of, again, so well. I just wanted to get on one knee. It was so romantic. The rain was pouring down and nobody else was there. There was one cast member working there, but other than that, it was just us in the rain. And we visited Fort Wilderness. It's located at the Fort Wilderness campgrounds, and that area of the resort, this Tri-Circle D Ranch. If you love horses and if you want a really romantic time with your significant other, I highly recommend going to Tri-Circle D Ranch. Even when it's a little stormy, it could rain, and you go in there, or it's around sunset, and just look at the horses, pet them, get to know them a little bit, spend some time with them, talk to them, and you won't be sorry. Trust me. Number 4 is the room service breakfast found at the Grand Floridian. We stayed at the Grand in 2014, got a lot of great reviews for that. Check out my Grand Floridian review. I go in depth of what I thought of the entire hotel. But the room service, especially for breakfast, is fantastic. You will love it. We moved the furniture around and got outside a little bit with it, because they give you a tiny table. So we moved some of the chairs outside and had ourselves a breakfast of champions out right looking at the castle, right from where we were. We had a lagoon view, and it's just unforgettable having that breakfast, enjoying my coffee and tea, and looking at the Magic Kingdom, hearing the shows that were going on at the time. It's in the boats making their little Oh my god, I love it. I loved it. I felt like I was in like a paradise and like a different time in the world. A different time, all time fell away, and I was just there with Stephanie enjoying my breakfast on vacation. And that's incredible for a little magic moment. Number 3 is the Pina Coladas found at the Grand Floridian pool bar. I know there's a lot of Grand Floridian memories for me, but that's just what I love. We love it. We love that place. It's our special place. And the Pina Coladas, my first time having a Pina Colada back in 2014, and we get one every time we stay now. We have to make it a point to, and you have to go to the pool bar because it's not the same. If you get it from, you can get it from room service. It tasted pretty good, the same. But the pool bar alone is just, you can sit by the pool and have it. You can't get any better than that. And she makes it right in front of you at the bar. You take it, you could sit down with it. You could stay at that bar, whatever you want to do, but you will love the little stirrer that they give you, Grand Floridian little stirrer. It's something we do to, christen our experience of getting there and, celebrate that we're here. Like, let's get a Pina Colada. Number 2 is a recent magic moment that we had recently when we had went down there, Steph and I. And what we did was we stayed at Boca Chica in 2014 at the Grand Floridian. And so this most recent time, we went back to Boca Chica at night around 8 p.m. When we went through that little lobby, the smell alone, a little magic moment. You go through that little lobby of Boca Chica, sit in the back, behind those 2 double doors open up, and you sit, there's a couple stairs, and then you get to the, Seven Seas Lagoon is right there. So there's these couple little stairs and then grass before the lagoon. We sat on those stairs, Steph's head on my shoulder, and just watched the electrical water pageant go by. And it was like a tear would come to my eye. It was so, reminded us of years past in 2014. It reminded us how our love stayed the same and grew from there. And just watching that with her head on my shoulder in the night. It was just, this was recent. This was you could still have great memories during COVID times. That was recent, like this past year. And unforgettable magic Disney moment. Classic magic moments. And I highly recommend, if you guys have a sentimental attachment with the electrical water pageant, do that. Go to the Grand Floridian and just sit at the Lagoon View, one of the Lagoon View towers there, and sit in the back and watch it. It's a great view, and one you will never forget. And the number 1 spot for me is going to be getting to the top of Splash Mountain. It's nighttime. There's fireworks going off, in front of the castle, down the ways. You see them. I give Steph a kiss, and then we go down. It's like I give Steph that kiss, and we see those fireworks. I wanted to propose to her on the top of there before we go down, but I didn't do it then. I ended up doing it where we actually live, right here in Massachusetts, but geez, would that have been beautiful. I just kiss her and we go down. I'll never, ever forget that. That was when we were riding Splash Mountain 2-3 times a day, and that was the nighttime section. We went back to the park at night and rode it, and jeez, that was the best little magic moment, was kissing her right before we go down and the fireworks are going. I'll never forget it. Just some great times. What are your top 10 Disney magic moments? I want to know about them. But before I go, I have to tell you about these magic memories from Magic Candle Company. I just recently had gotten the Grand Floridian hand soap, foaming hand soap. Oh my goodness. The foaming hand soap of the Grand Floridian scent. First of all, they nail that Grand Floridian scent. When you walk in there, there's a little magic moment in this bottle. I love how they make your hands feel. The foaming hand soap is fantastic. Comes in this beautiful little suitcase box. And they've got all the different little magic moments of your favorite memories from your vacations past. So I highly recommend you check out Magic Candle Company and use the code MANZA15 at checkout. if you want 15% off on me, you got it with Manza 15 from Magic Candle Company. Check them out. All of your favorite scents are there. Trust me, they're there. I want to very much so thank you for watching to the end of this video. If you want to like and subscribe to this channel, share the video with a friend, and tell me your top 10 magic Disney moments, that would be awesome. It doesn't have to be top 10 if you don't feel like it. If you only have 5, give me top 5 magic Disney moments. Those little moments that make a big footprint on your heart. I want to know about them. And until next time, you can find me lounging to a melody. Take care, folks. Bye-bye. This episode. If you do feel so inclined as to follow me on social media, you may gladly do so at Manza Media Art and Manza Media on every other platform. If you like prints, I've got an Etsy shop where you can see some of my original artwork and fan artwork. I'll catch you folks on the next episode of Manza Media.